Hello guys, today I reset my account to be back to the bare minimum, basically what it is when you first play into the game. And the reason for that is that I'm going to explain and show how to get 1,000,000 coins in Golf Battle, essentially without using any money. I don't know who would ever spend that much money on a phone game, but I highly advise against it. Also, for the sake of time, this video is sped up 2 times and it's still 45 minutes. But I filmed from the exact start to finish, and I did actually not do it consecutively. There was times where I stopped playing because I wanted to do other things or I had to work. Life happened. So, to go over it all, I'll be going over just some tips and tricks for playing the game, some strategy to get to 1,000,000 coins, and then just random tips I've found to be useful over my time of playing. So I already have the fundamentals down in this game, and I will not be following my own strategy exactly just to save time and my insanity from this taking hours and hours and hours. So the first thing to go over is just playing the game. Some tips I have to give and things that have worked for me is playing with my index finger versus my thumb. And the reason for this is it just gives me a lot more control. At least I think maybe some people are more comfortable with their thumb. But for me, it's all about the index finger. Also, I often play with my phone lying on the table, and I have a little pop socket on there. So the phone kind of sits at an angle. So I kind of push the, where the home button is down against, so it's kind of angled up at me. And I just think that sitting at an angle helps me versus it being flat on the table. But because of this pop socket I got, I've never actually played with it completely flat on the table, nor will I ever. The other way I do it is I'll just have the phone in my hand and just kind of make sure that my elbow is on like something sturdy, just for stability, and it's comfortable. So like the arm of a chair if you're just kind of like lounging back, or maybe a table if you're sitting next to a table. And these just kind of help overall with the stability and precision. It all adds up. I don't know. And also, if you do watch the gameplay or if you've watched past gameplay, you notice that I always line up the screen with the next shot while the ball is still moving. And this is really just so you only ever shoot straight. You don't really have to go hard left or hard right. And obviously, you're not going to get perfect every time, so you just have to make minor adjustments to get the right aim. And it saves a lot of time. Another tip is to just take less time. Hold on. What am I going to say? Another tip is it takes less time to just take your time and line up a good shot versus going too quick and making a bad one and falling off the map. So no matter, just take your time with shots, because if you fall off the map, it's going to take a lot longer. And I still make the mistake a lot more than I care to admit. I fall off the map all the time, sometimes 2 or 3 times in a row, thinking that the same shot will result in a different outcome. So now, the strategy to getting coins. So at the beginning, coins can seem pretty easy to lose, which is fine. Learning the game in the holes takes time, and you'll get it down in just a few hours of play. So the game does offer a lot of ways to get free coins, gems, and chests. So make sure to watch the videos to get free stuff and accept the gifts from the Lexi account. I don't know if it's different names on you guys for some reason. Some Lexi just sends me stuff. And your friends if you do link with Facebook, which is something I highly suggest since it's how you save your account. And also there's the lucky shot, and frequently you can get lucky and win something good. Also concerning coins is the progression of the levels, and the stakes at hand. The way I did this when I started, and the way I recommend, is I would make sure I had enough coins to play the next level 5 times. So before I'd move to Rocky Mountains, I would make sure that I had over 1,125 coins. And before I moved to Snowy Valley, I would make sure I had over 3,500 coins. And I'd keep continuing this until you can get to the pro maps. And there you can play your favorites. Or if you have a very good club for one of them, that will give you an edge or an advantage over the other players. Now, in that progression, if I was struggling with a new course, I would drop back down to get my coins back up and then get back at it. And really just follow this until you get to 1,000,000 coins and beyond. And a good reason for this is that way, because whenever you go to a new place, the maps do change, and it gives you time, if it's something new and you make a few mistakes, or just people that you're playing against are already really familiar with the new holes or world, that you can, get used to it. And basically you have a few losses before you have to drop back down. So it's just kind of like a safety blanket. So another tip I have for you is not to upgrade every club that the game gives you. Wait until you unbox a club that's already pretty good, and only upgrade clubs that will make it your new best club. And typically just go for the clubs with the most power, as that will give you the most advantage. Once you have plenty of coins, you can upgrade everything and it really won't matter. And actually, as you get a ton of coins, you realize coins are worthless. One mistake I did make in this video that I do not recommend is saving up gems to buy the champion chest versus opening up all the basic chests. So until you have all the basic and premium items, I wouldn't worry about saving up for a better chest. And that's why I pretty much had played through this with the basic clubs. But if I would have just opened up all the basic chests, I would have probably gotten maybe a 3 power club by the end of this in one of the worlds. And another topic would be shortcuts. These can be a huge game changer. They just save time in the number of shots. So always just pay attention to what other players are doing, and don't be afraid to take a game or two to figure them out for yourself. YouTube is a pretty good source to find out these kinds of tricks. So that's kind of all the advice I have to get. Now the rest of the video is just going to be me playing through until I get 1,000,000 coins on this account. And at the end is I pull up the stats and all that. So enjoy.
You
Alright, I'm back, guys. We're pretty close now. We have about 60,000 to go. So it should be done in a game or two. Hopefully just one, but I don't think so. Don't think it's possible. It's so weird watching this in 2x. Oh my, so close. Alright, this should be the last one if I win. Oh no. Last hole. Alright, there we have it. 1,000,000 coins. So overall, this took me an hour and 45 minutes of playing, which I think is pretty good. It's not too bad. I don't know what I just did there. But there it is. So I won 91% of the time. So that's pretty good. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you guys next time.